Hey guys, we're down in the basement this afternoon and I thought it's a rainy day and we're stuck in the house. So we're going to go ahead and get some of our plants that we've been growing since January and one's from February, but all of these were done in January, at the end of January almost. 129, 129. So we've got some thyme. Look at the beautiful thyme we've got going. So we got thyme. We have two 6-packs. No, two 6-packs of lemon balm. They're beautifully growing. They were all overseeded to so we could transplant them and make more. And we have our oregano, which is doing beautifully. Look at that beautiful oregano. So it's time to get them out of the plugs and get them into bigger pots. So we're going to be using these little pots. They have holes already in them. I reuse them. And we have plenty of those. And if I run out of these, then I have, you can use styrofoam, which I don't have any at the moment, but you can use these little plastic ones. And you can just take one out. And I have a rod, an iron rod thing that, melts. So I can use that to poke holes. Or you can just use a knife or something to poke a hole. And you can write on these just as well as you can these styrofoams. And they're about the same size. So you have these, and let's take one of these. So just a little bit taller, but you're going to leave a little space at the top anyway. So they're about the same size, but either one is going to give it extra space for growth and root space. So, and this will be the next step to go from that little plug, so you can get these in here to get them in the ground later in a few weeks. So we're going to get those transplanted. So we've got some oregano, lemon balm, thyme, and I have, now these are a little bit bigger. I put these, this is my calendula. That is my herb. They're in the marigold family. I love calendula. It's an annual. I plant it every year. Every year that I can get seeds, I try to plant that every year. So we're going to go ahead and that was planted February 22nd, my calendula. So we have 4 of these. I'm going to see if I can't squeeze out maybe, well, there might be 2. We'll see if we can squeeze what we can. There's like 3 or 4 in each pot. Like this little one, we may not, be able to put that one by itself. But like this one, we most certainly can put that. So we could probably put that little one with this one over here when I tear it apart. So you just have to look at your plants, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some dirt, soil put in there in these little pots, and we're going to transplant the calendula first. So give me a few minutes, and then we're going to start, we're going to use popsicle sticks to put in instead of those tags. I'll save these tags for later, but we're going to use popsicle sticks right on there, what you plant, each plant that we transplant in, so we can sell these later, or the ones that we don't put in our own garden. So give me a few minutes, we'll get set up, and we'll start transplanting some plants. Okay, I think I got my camera set up the best I can get it in. So, okay, we're going to start with the calendula, and we'll move these over here, the markers. First things first, take our tub of dirt. We're going to get some dirt in the new pots, and you want to pack it down. As you put the dirt in, you want to pack it down like that. And then we'll fill it up loosely, like so, because we're going to be poking holes in it, poking our thumb in there, or finger. So let's get our pots all ready. My dirt was already pre-moistened. I did that earlier. You want to try to keep your soil not overly wet, but at least moistened. Okay, and we'll start with 3 or 4, and then you can get the idea of what we need to do. Then I'll have my cup in there ready to top them off once we get our holes made. Okay, we got our 4 transplanted pots. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. I'll turn this around. I'm going to take my tag out and save that for later. So we're going to take this, and I think I'm going to start another pot just because I really like calendula, and I think it'll be a great little seller. So just push, take your finger, push. Look at that. Look at the root system. Nice. That's a nice root system. Okay, and we're going to take this one. And then you're just going to look at your plant, look over your plant, and see how many you actually think that you can split apart. Now this I would say this is a small one. Not sure if that would make it by itself, but I think if I put it with this one and make that one piece, put that in one pot, and then we have this one all by itself. So we could get 3 out of this one, just out of this one plug. So we're going to take this, and we're not going to try to disturb it. We're going to split it right down the middle. So you don't want to disturb any roots, so you just want to pull it just like that. So there's one, and then we're going to find another one. Very easy going. There we go. And there's number 2. Nice size plant to go into the bigger pot. And this one, see how smaller they are? So we're going to leave both of those together and leave that as one. And I am just going to pinch this little end piece right off and throw it in my pan here. And then we're going to put that one there. So we'll just pinch that off, leave that root. And then let's move that over here. Let me get on my, here we go. Now you'll want to take your pot that you packed in the beginning, and now it's loose, and you're going to take it, and you're going to take your thumb or finger and just drill a hole all the way to the bottom, like so. Drill a hole like that. And then you're going to take your plant and we're going to stick that down with your roots down in there, and put that down in there like so, and then take your dirt and just kind of pack it down a little. It might go in a little bit of shock for a couple days till it gets reestablished. But there you go. And if you need more soil, just take a little bit more soil and put around it to help support it. Okay, that one's ready. Now yesterday I had watered these very well yesterday and gave them fertilizer, so we won't be doing that today. I don't want to overwater them. So today, now we're just going to take our next one, and I'm going to dump a little bit of that out. I think that's going to give me a little bit more room. And we're just going to make a bigger hole. And I'm going to take this one and put it down in there. Take a little bit of soil, pack it down. Use your two fingers like this and just, sort of give it a good pack. Don't overly do it. And then just use a little bit of soil to finish filling your pot. And there, now we have 2 that are done. Always use a bottom tray that all your stuff can pretty much fall into. Okay, we got one more. And I'm going to dump some of that one out too. So I would say fill it right there. Your dirt, your soil, that gives you room to put your hole. That seems to be working better. At least for these, because these are bigger plants. So you need a bigger hole in the middle to get it down to the bottom. Okay, we are going like this. And we'll use a little bit more soil. Take your 2 fingers, pack it down, and then finish filling your top. There. Now out of that one plug, I now have 3 calendula plants. So I'm going to continue to do the rest of the other 3 plugs, and we'll see how many total that we get out of just this one 4-plug calendula plant. And then we're going to take, I need an empty tray. I will use this one. I've been using this for a watering pan, so that'll be fine. So we'll set that right over here. And we will set these in there like so, because we can use that as a watering tray. So right now we have 3 3 nice new calendula plants. And I will continue to do this, and we'll come back and I'll show you how many we actually got when we were all finished. Okay, we'll be back in a little bit. Now that we have just about all of the plants transplanted, I ran out of my little pots, like the ones that I really like these, but I don't have any more in the house. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use these cups today. I have 5 more plants to transplant, and I'm going to show you how we're going to use the soldering iron and cut holes in our cups so we can use them for later. So I plugged my hefty soldering iron in, and you just take your plastic cup like so, and right on there I wrote what it was, calendula, on each cup. That way I don't have to use the tag. So you're just going to take your soldering iron, and you're going to do about 3 holes in the bottom of your cup. Not very big, just enough to give it some drainage. Go like this. Just like so. And then we're going to do the next one. It's that easy. You want to be very careful. Soldering iron's very hot, but you don't need very big holes. And by the time we get them filled, they'll be cooled off. Soldering iron comes in handy for a lot of things, especially when you got a lot to do. There you go. All right, I'm going to hang my soldering iron back up and unplug it. That way it can hang, it's not touching anything, and it can cool off. So, okay, now that you have, all of these are all cool now, you can stack them in here, and now we can finish putting in our dirt, our soil. Take your cup, pack it with your thumb, like so. You want that, and then we're going to take our finger, go around the whole cup. Give yourself a big opening, like that. Take your plant with your root down into your cup. Hold your plant, take your finger, loosen it up off the sides, take your finger, your 2 forefingers, and press. And then take your other cup and put some more soil. And then just slowly tap a little. Not a lot. Leave your space, a little space up top. There you go. You have it marked calendula, the date, and there's your new plant. I'll put it over here. We'll do another one. Take your full cup, pack it down. You want it at the bottom. Take your finger. You make yourself a great big, like almost take your dirt and put it off into the sides, because you're going to use it after you get your plant down in there. Okay, so we're going to take your next plant, put it in the middle, hold your plant, take your finger, move your plants off to the side, dirt, take your plant and just use your fingers to help hold it in place. Hold your plant. Okay. And there you go. You have another one all ready to go and transplanted. And it's marked. And there's your new calendula plant. So by the time I got 3 more to do. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 plants that we got out of this 4-plug unit. So these 4 plants, 4 plugs that we started with, gave me 14 new calendula plants. And they're just beautiful. Look at them. And we're going to put them back under the top grow lights for a while. Going to get the other 3 done. But you can't beat that as far as look how beautiful they are. They're a nice size already. When we're ready to let these grow, continue to grow, get some new growth into these pots, get a good root system, we can then take them outside, put them in the ground, put them in bigger pots, containers, if you want to put them in containers. It's your, it's just whatever you want to do with it. I tend to put mine into containers and into the ground. So I do both. But there you go. That's how you transplant your calendula from a seedling into a little bit bigger pot. So you're going to let this go for another, till the warm weather is out of frost danger of frost. And here in the Northeast, that's like May 15th. So we have about another month and a half. And believe me, it'll fly. It'll be here before you know it. But in the meantime, we can let these 2 continue to grow and establish new roots, still water from the bottom, in the bottom trays. And then by the time they go outside, in between now and then, when you have warm, pretty days, you can set this whole tray outside to get it used to being outside and getting used to the outside sun and the air and the wind. Not real windy, but like a little breeze, so they can get used, so the leaves can feel the breeze when it does this. It makes them stronger and gets them acclimated to the outside atmosphere and temperatures. So for the next week or so, let them stay inside. And then after that, slowly start moving them outside into the sun. Give them a half hour. And then slowly bump it up each time that you have a pretty day. And then eventually you can just leave them outside once, you know, you get closer to the end of April. You could probably start, and there's no more frost. You could start, you know, by then. They'll be good. They can stay outside to get used to all that. Okay, well, I appreciate you hanging with me today. And we are going to go ahead and get these other 3 done, because I have to make some more dirt, some more soil, because we're going to be out of soil again. So, and I still have thyme, oregano, and lemon balm to separate. Maybe we'll do that in a different video. But until next time, have a blessed afternoon. Enjoy gardening. Hey, and get your hands in the dirt. We'll see you soon.